Is there such a thing as a proper droid swarm? I mean, they can all burn.
Yeah, well.
Well,
How
there's
about
a
like
home.
3 Geonosian prototypes, like an actual like solid swarm of like a bunch of random Seppi ships. That's just all they want, right? That's all Separatist players want, is to be able to take like a couple of Tri-Fighters, a few HMPs, and like 3 or 4 Vultures. I don't know.
Too much.
We have a tabletop group, the kitchen table group, that all generics are 1 point cheaper, and there's no cap on your ship count.
Oh boy.
And it makes for some very crazy, entertaining games.
Oh my god, that's
Like-
awful. That's like it's like a 16. It would be like yeah, you could play the generic
do 20.
droid.
You could do 20 Trade Federation droids,
No,
and we've done it. Yeah,
no.
and it's hilarious.
Oh.
And they're not great because it's the same loadout, so you're just throwing a lot of slightly modified dice.
Can you put independent? Oh, I guess do they have any loadout?
No, they don't have any.
I was gonna
loadout.
say if they took independent calculations, that'd be pretty decent.
Yeah, that it's still horrible. Like I played it against like a meta Empire list and got destroyed. But it's pretty funny watching 20 some Trade Federation droids zipping around on the field.
I would like to say I'd pay to see that, but I feel like my money could be best wasted elsewhere.
Well, we also
NFL Insider Leroy, thank you so much for the sub.
Welcome.
It's me. Hi, Mom.
They direct that towards the right, Matt. What's his thing? Anyway, okay, I'm good to go.
see.
All right, cool. I'll leave you guys to it. Let me make sure you're both promoted. There you go. What are you playing? Chance?
Assault.
So yeah.
Assault. Okay.
We're playing just straight salt. We're upset.
Someone's gonna be. Cool. All right, y'all. Have a blast.
No, you. Fucking got him so good.
I'm still here. All right. Am I the moron, Nick? Am I the moron? I missed. Did I just miss something in the chat in the server? Oh. Uh-oh. I don't know, man. Like, I'm actually surprised that people are not slandering me for anything I suggest. There's only been a couple of like moments of pushback of me just being like, oh, like this. But I'm trying to be less opinionated, and therefore I feel less moronic when people disagree with me, because I'm like not trying to introduce my opinion because I have my hot takes, right? It's really funny to see people brag about themselves, though, because like at the end of the day, it's just most of us are just a bunch of overweight nerds trying to feel famous. If you're curious on, I'm going on a good old U.S. high school freedom spreading spree. I didn't even know you were in there at first, and then I saw you and I was like, oh, this is gonna be interesting. Like, I gotta keep an eye out for you and to see how you communicate, because you crack me up, bro. You crack me up, man. Liam's appearance on Sith Takers really was so funny, because he honestly, the Sith Takers, they're like immediate reaction podcast episode about AMG declaring the game dead, even though it shouldn't be dead. Liam just straight up called them scumbags, and I love that. You know, But you know, like he wasn't calling one specific person a scumbag. He's just calling all of AMG a bunch of everybody involved a bunch of scumbags. It's like, you know what? Like, it's kind of violent language, but also like everyone's feeling it, you know. And if I were Asmodee at AMG, I'd be like, yeah, I don't blame people for thinking that this is scummy. It is. If you see a pig, call it a pig. Yeah, exactly. Is it the oi bruv mentality? Oi bruv. Oi there bruv. You want some mushy peas and a little bit? Oh, the crumpet with the marmalade. Is that it? Did I do a good job there? Was that good? Little Oliver twist. God, I feel like that's so offensive. It's almost like being racist to do awful English accents like that. Y'all can do perfect American accents, and then we just sound like asses of ourselves. Too many octaves achieved. Some people have the louder hit the higher octave with the British accent. What you mean? You know, it's very, very annoying. You know, we don't. I'm sure you don't associate it with the people who have the higher octave accent, but AMG lied, X-Wing died. Yeah, well, AMG died, X-Wing lied. I hate children, Nick. Children, I hate those. Well, at some point we might see a few grown adults act like children. It all depends. We've already seen it a few times. Hold on, I'm gonna throw gas on the fire. We need more AMG memes. Yeah, we do. All right, let's quickly talk about the list. This is going to be really dumb and hilarious. I didn't even check Tyler's side to make sure these are all colored correctly. I think they are. So there is a gauntlet bounty and they're both going for it, which is really funny. So Teddy's side, he's captain of the Dumpster Donuts. He's bringing Pre-Vizsla with Notorious, Contraband, Beskar, and the Swivel Wing. And then he's got Grievous with Marksmanship, Shield Upgrade, Impervium, and Solus 1 title. DIS 347 has Marksmanship, Afterburners, and Contingency Protocol. DIS T81 with Outmaneuver, Afterburners, and Contingency Protocol. And then he's got the Iron Ass himself. Another bounty opportunity with the Iron Assembler, fixing 2 or more damage cards. It's kind of hard to do, but it's possible. Has those energy shells and munitions fail safe. And then Mr. Tim Open playing his own Seppies, bringing his own Pre-Vizsla for Eurotrash. This is, again, their first game of the series in week 2 to start the young week of our 8-week season of the 312 team league. We have 70 people playing in this league. It's the biggest league we've ever had, which pales in comparison to the draft league, but 70 is a lot of people, and I am doing my best over here. I hope y'all have been enjoying it. Those who have been able to watch and play and participate as a part of it, I hope you've enjoyed it so far. So it's early. This Pre-Vizsla is Trick Shot, Novice Technician, Veteran Tail Gunner, Beskar Reinforced Plating. So not going with the Notorious combo, but going with the Contraband, but going with the Trick Shot, Novice Tech, VTG combo. Then we've got Dirge, Marksmanship, Proton Cannons, the Xantu Blood Title, and Blazer Bomb. Onderon Oppressor with Hondo Onaka, Cluster Mines, and the Repulsor Lift Stabilizers. DFS 081 with Discord Missiles, Contingency Protocol, and Strutlock Override. The Horchal Prototype with Ion Missiles, Contingency Protocol, and Horchal Prototype number 2 with Ion Missiles, Contingency Protocol. Those are your list. get your bets in. I thought I opened up betting. I didn't. Now they are open. Thank you very much. Sorry, guys. One sec. All right. J-Bark, hello. We are rocking and rolling here. We kind of agreed to a rule that both players, the pre-Vizsla, can only shoot at the other player's pre-Vizsla. So it's just like they're not going to be shooting at anybody else. Oh my god, I've been so distracted, guys. Help distract me. There's a game of X-Wing here. Separatists versus Separatists. The best factions in the game. The best faction in the game going against the best faction in the game, of course. Assault at the satellite array. Lots of ships out there to farm objective points. Say it, Nick. Perform the oi. Oi, bruv. Oi, bruv. What? We got something to say, yeah, oi, bruv. Still probably lower. Oi, bruv. You got something to say? I need my mushy peas. so I can go on holiday. uh, oh no. Oh, it's all wrong. It's all wrong. No, it'll remove. You know what? The speech impediment makes it authentic, you asshole. You proper ninny. Oh, I just called you a ninny, dude. I called you the British version of the N-word, ninny. It's definitely not the British version of the N-word. Whatever it is, I don't want to know. It's probably highly inappropriate and very racist. And now we're sitting on rocks. Here we go. You guys can do everything better than us, huh? You get your crumpets, you get your holiday, you get your takeaway. I think one of the enjoyable aspects of Sith Takers is just listening to you guys have the most British accents. Like, you are the most British X-Wing, British people talk about X-Wing that any possible British person talking about X-Wing could be. And I appreciate that. Today, Nick's almost gets canceled. Today, yeah, I know. Today, you have to be specific. It's just today. That aren't from London. Yeah, well, I thought London was the only place you could possibly visit when you go to the United Kingdom. The kingdom is London. Oh no, we're taking a lock. One of the Vislas doing the other Visla a favor. Every American impersonation of an English accent is Cockney. Yeah, like I'm like an orc. I think that's Cockney. I put the cock in Cockney, my friend. Look at the exit of the Royal Toads up in Buckingham Palace. Isn't that where you guys live? That's where you record Sith Takers, right? That was Scottish. Or Australian, I feel like. You could have even suggested that was Australian. Americans could oftentimes seem cocky. I mean, I don't know. Liam's got that look. He's got that, like, whenever he, like, well, before he started playing 2.5 Separatists, when he was doing well at events, he would take these pictures with his hardware. That boost is going to fail, and just look absolutely miserable, just pissed off. He's a very cocky looking guy. That is my face. You're just permanently always quite upset. I mean, you're playing Separatists. You finally win. You're like, you don't want to know what kind of deal the devil I made to be able to win a game. Uh-oh. That's looking like a pretty nifty proton cannon, if you ask me, with marksmanship for Mr. Dirge. Grievous is gonna be lucky to survive. I mean, like, he might die. Well, you know, he's got extra health, but still, I mean, I don't know. That's 4 shots, including a proton cannon. We'll see how lucky he gets on the first roll. So, good, our first catch of the day. Proton cannon here. Four dice. Yikes. Not great. Let's see if he can. Let's just see the natties from Grievous. Let's get it out of the way now. I woke up, bad start to the day. You crack me up, bruv. You crack me up, boy, bruv. Isn't that right, bruv? Cock the accent. Get out of here. Cockney. Frickin' guy. Oh yeah, he does get to reroll, and he did just reroll because he didn't have Turgid Arc, so he actually dodges that shot entirely. Now we're gonna get a Tri-Fighter shot into Wisla. Uh-oh, reroll. Rerolling. Spending that lock. And it's just hit crit. Getting their mate or governor. Yeah, well. Pre-Wisla being an ace. It's alright, it's Tom here for the next shot of the game. Looks like General Grievous is going to be taking a downtown shot into DFS 081. Oh, what a shot from Grievous from downtown! Incredible! By the Crown's Royal Princess herself, deals 2 damage to DFS 081. Down to 1 hole. Looks like Green's getting ready to fire back. This could be quite a shot into Grievous. Only 1 hit. Not gonna do anything with that roll. What do you guys think? Was that good? I'd go on, but I'm afraid that I'd probably get banned by Twitch themselves for being so awful. Dyslexic Cockney, oh no. Well, you're distracting me by sending me funny things. This next shot here. Man, this is awful. These are bad attacks. More evades. I mean, besides Green taking 2 there. Green took 2 and didn't even get to spend the calculate. The bloody calculate. Give me the Princess Diana treatment. That's the thing. Y'all have like a king and queen. I mean, like how snooty is that, man? I mean, they don't even really do anything, do they? They're just their faces are just like on your money, and like that's it though, right? Do they have any actual like power on like law or anything, right? Oh my gosh, Pre-Wisla with his ability shooting into Wisla. Oh my goodness, Pre-Wisla to Pre-Wisla violence. Pre-Wisla is gonna take damage from Pre-Wisla. Oh, Wisla. I think it's 2 shields down. Oh, a crit goes through. No, 2 shields. Do they technically have a queen right now? Well, I can be the queen. I probably wish they died so I get a day off. Is that what happens? Someone dies, you get a day off? Damn. Aren't you guys always like on holiday though? Is like you work like 2 months out of the year, or is that just other parts? Is that just like Europe in general and not Europa and not so much the UK? The UK taking a little holiday. Just the king's horse-looking wife. Well, you put it nicely. You put it that way. That's pretty flattering. So I think Teddy ends up winning out on that engagement almost entirely. I need to see by how much the Cubs are losing. 0-0 bottom of the second. Soon to be Giants winning. Soon to be. The Chicago Oibrovs. So 3-2 scenario points heading into round 2. Or actually round 3 now. Full stream. Can't you see I'm streaming terribly? It's what the English do, steal things. Invade things, steal things, yep. I mean, if only one of them brought Bo-Katan, but a double pre seems fair. And they're totally about to face off. This is gonna be really funny, guys. Like, yikes. Look at this. This is a mess. Hey, I didn't say the points were perfect. There are more 6-ship list options, which is not the intent for sure. If you want to bring like lower, more efficient but lower quality options, which you could still do now, but like people wouldn't because some of the abilities and stuff. Yeah, silencer, an I-5 bomber, 2 SFs, 2 FOs. Yeah, there you go. Some choice. I'm not gonna give you too many excuses, but I will say it is challenging to do a points update with a 20-point scale in like balance every faction at the same time. Like on one hand, some things got nerfed that should have gotten nerfed, a couple things got buffed, but then like all of a sudden you buff one thing and then you can build like you can add another ship to a list. And you have, instead of a 5-ship list, you have a 6-ship list in one instance. In an hour? Nah, dude, I spent a couple days working on it. I updated it 3 times. Just the first time, forgot there were some typos. There's just a couple of mistakes. Second time, did a couple more things, a couple of mistakes that just I probably shouldn't have done. Or not even maybe mistakes, things that just like didn't need to be done in the first place. So I guess that's what you call a mistake. This third version I'm overall pretty happy with. Like Revis at 2 is a choice. Edgerio at 2 with like just a couple loadout is definitely a choice. You could put codes on Edgerio, but you can counter codes pretty easily unless you're a droid swarm, by just locking an obstacle, or you're, or any super low initiative. Wait, that's not a first drafts. No, it's not. The thing is, somebody will see like one change and they'll be like, this is the worst points change I've ever seen in my life. That's a ton of damage in a pre. I have not been updating that. Down to 3, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As Grievous is shot into him. As Pre is shot into him. I think DIS just took a shot. A 3-1's no, not right now. I'm not convinced that they're balanced, and you know, I'm not convinced that they're balanced. I want people to play them, have fun with them, test them, and tell me what sucks and what works, so that maybe we do get to a point that, you know, where we can play them in a structured sort of either single day tournament or a league or whatever. Fen, Old T, Genesis, Bosk, Overseer, Yushin, and Cad Bane. Yeah, Yushin's a 2-pointer now. Yeah, I talked to Cam Murray about Scum. People don't seem to like Old Tarok at 5 points, so he went down to 4 for a spell, and Fen at 5 with 6 loadout. But hey, the fact that you guys could be posting Scum lists and be like, that actually seems good, is like literally one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to do this, is that you guys can like actually build a separatist Scum list and be like, hey, this might actually be really good. So there you go. And that seems like a very competent 5-ship Scum list. Or actually 6 because of Genesis. Yeah, 6-ship Scum list, sure. You have 2 2-pointers. So not a lot of damage dealing from the 2-pointers, but Old T and Fen capable of doing a lot of work. Genesis, who knows? Genesis could take a plasma torp or just take a cannon. It's probably better to just take a cannon. Energy shell charge, pretty good from Teddy. I think this is into red, and red just dies. Oh no. Yep. Procket and Cutthroat. Nice. Which I4 Seek Fighter, right? Like with Prockets, it's threatening, but it's not terrifying, right? Middle initiatives being able to get their Prockets off has always been difficult, and you know, that sounds like fun. I'd want to try that, play against that kind of list. Now, I think the obvious thing is people are like, well, everything should have just gotten nerfed. No buffs, or just a couple of buffs. So like, yeah, I go in that document and make everything red. But I think just better to just give people different choices, not completely reinvent the game as if I can. The game systematically has some issues that we're going to try to resolve. 20-point list building is difficult. I'd like to see the power level pulled back just a little, not a whole ship less. Yeah. Let me kill off a couple of red. Just took some damage. So DIS 347 has taken 2. And is ionized from the ion missile. I came back to 2 gauntlets kissing. Love it. I know. Don't you just love this league? God bless. God bless. As a Rebel player, I like the custom Luke is at 5. Makes me consider taking him now. Yeah. That was the hope. I still think you you get a, you know, you can just take boy Luke. But now here's the other thing, right? Like Luke is a great example. That there isn't a wrong choice now. Like before you took boy Luke or you made the wrong choice. Now it's like you take either one. So double odds are way too easily achieved, and with the other factions being able to take 6 to 7 ship lists that are better than. Yeah, for sure. And my points, I think there are definitely like a couple of factions that you can take some like middle of the road, like high quantity ships, like a 6 ship list that isn't separatists. And I would generally, you know, I generally am against that. But then I look at what's being put together by people that are testing this or that are going to test this, and I'm like, it's not that scary. It's just still a lot. I go back and forth with the average ship count thing. I would rather see more 4 ship lists. Like just in general, like I'd rather see like 10 to 20% more 4 ship lists, and then like still expect 5 ship and then go from there. That's difficult as well. But again, I want people to show me that like, hey, this, what you did here works. I like this, and this is not good. It's broken. I don't think there's nothing game breaking in those changes, but you know, I think if people are trying, if their only hope is to just see 4 ship lists, this points change is not going to give that to you. It would be very difficult to be able to properly do that by myself in just a couple days, because I kind of just sprung on this like, let's do something. So no, you didn't miss the game. It's Separatist versus Separatist, Gauntlet versus Gauntlet. I think Grievous has taken shields, so let's update that. Sorry, me talking means I'm not good at other things. Previous one, Teddy's side has taken 1, and then his side Tim's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 3 left with a damaged engine. Weird question. Isn't Pim the CIS player for Dunkin'? No, for Dunkin' Donuts. Ironically, Tyler assigned himself Separatist. Should be that way in the form. Oh yeah, I think I have that backwards. I do in the form. I'm sorry. I appreciate you asking though. Google form is weird. It's a very nice way of saying wrong. It's literally wrong. Let me confirm. Let's see, he's just totally playing an illegal game. I think he actually DM'd me his. Oh, maybe not. It actually makes sense that Pim is Republic, because his name is a lat of donuts, which is a play on words. I think, you know what happened? Tyler has only ever really played Republic and a little bit of Resistance, so I just like put him in as Republic. So I'm sorry about that. I'm surprised nobody else caught it, but it's on me. I'm thinking CIS was odd. It was beyond that, dude. Made no sense. Very, very backwards thing for Tyler to do. It's kind of shocking. All right, so round 4 underway. Coming off the rock. I like both Adakins at 5, but the CL has 2 cannon slots. Interesting. Yeah. That was something Desi had mentioned. Synced laser cannon, Annie, just an easier way for him to get a 3-dice attack. And if he does that, he's probably evading more often, which means he's blowing his force on an attack. He could also take proton cannons. However, with intuitive controls, he won. Oh no, he's going to get blocked onto the rock. Wow. With intuitive controls, he can't double reposition. He wouldn't be able to anyways, but more difficult to, I think, line up a proton cannon. And he's almost never going to be target locking. What's up?
Does Doofus still take damage?
I believe so. Let's see. Struts. Oh, it's just execute. It's not fully execute. And there are 1 or fewer other friendly ships at 0 of that obstacle. Yeah, it looks like you can do it, unless there was some sort of weird errata that I missed, but it just says after you execute.
So this is the strut lock override on the standard loadouts.
Oh, I see. Okay, that is different.
Spend a charge if you do ignore obstacles while you move through them this round.
Yeah. While you move through, so it isn't overlapping still count as moving through, or no? It's different. It is different.
Andre and 7 chat are saying still takes damage.
Yeah, you still have to take the damage because moving through is different from being on top of it.
I'll hop back down.
All right, thank you, rules chat. Oh, it's like the whole weird thing with the Mandalorian commandos, where it's like you if you're overlapping it, you take the strain, but you can like move through them. Strut lock override is a good upgrade that feels terrible when it bites you. And it looks like that's gonna do it. Yep, Doofus. Poor guy. Dies on the rock. And it's gonna be 10-3, Teddy. The ion maneuver. And no damage bumping into your buddy. Previsla. And the other Previsla turning away. So Grievous might be in trouble because he's got his 5-hole. Oh, he's gonna run into himself as well over here. I'm confused. He rolled for a friendly bump, but that's not a friendly bump. That's his own pre-Vizsla, isn't it? Or rather, that's his opponent's. That's Tim's. But you see, I told you I was gonna get confused, guys. Oh my god, this is Tyler's over here. This is Tim's. But he rolled for it. Doofus, what a doofus, indeed. This is into the structural damaged pre-Vizsla. And that's probably 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Still alive. Do you have one more game after this, Grievous, to try to finish off range 0? Feels real bad. Nick, when are you going to get official 312 dice? As soon as I can afford something like that. The last time I made the custom dice that I made, the scenario die, when I made the scenario die, it was like a few $100 for just a few dozen. So if you guys know a guy who can make like a high quality D8 like these, it would be really, really nice to have 312 dice like this. And again, because the game isn't going to be officially supported, I don't see why as many people would have an issue with it, right? So something we could do in the future, that would be cool. Maybe there's a way to save money if we do enough a bigger order. Iron Assembler takes a stunned. I think this isn't a Grievous. Nothing doing. It's time to oppress. It's Onderon oppressor time. No damage. DIS. Into the Onderon oppressor. Did you see the X-Wing gravity dice, the metal ones? I think I've seen those before. I've seen metal X-Wing dice before. There's probably no actual reason for it. I don't feel as comfortable with like playing against somebody even like casually who's using like metal dice. I feel like it's just like, it's just so foreign to me. But who cares? Am I right? More unlikely than a K-Wing? I don't know if I believe you. Ron Burgundy GIF, I don't believe you. And that's going to do it for pre-Vizsla. Can you throw them at kids? Yeah, you could chip a tooth with them. The metal dice will damage tables. God, that's intense. It's violent. Tyler rolling lots of evades. And 14-3. Jeez. They haven't even tallied up points for Doofus. Don't know if Obi will be ready. Yeah, well, this won't be too early. You guys notice how I never started their time on my end? 30 minutes. That's too bad. A lot of time has passed. 45 minutes have passed and never noticed. Genius. I'm betting that Teddy gets the win here. Wow. Well, yeah. You might be onto something. Eurotrash probably, I would venture to guess, not gonna be winning this game if I was a betting man. Those also wouldn't be very even, I don't think. Unless you had a professional cutting those dice, it would be weighted. And we lost our dice cam again. Happened yesterday too. Kind of like this jazz music that's playing in the background, though. Kind of nice. It's kind of relaxing, actually. Nice and relaxing. We don't need a dice cam. Not for the rest of this game, at least. It's about to end. 18-3. Do want to finish this Harry Nick video, though. It's a really solid video of him kind of reacting to my take on AMG and the whole mess. I'll link the video in the chat here, but I thought it's a good video. He did a good job with this one. You guys remember Harry Nick? He used to be more active as a X-Wing content creator a few years ago, like kind of before the pandemic. When am I coming on the podcast? When do you want to be on the podcast? The challenge is we always record like later in the evening, and that's when you're asleep in your little bed. So we'll need to record a little earlier in the day, like probably a weekend. Make sure we can catch you at a time that's reasonable. But whatever you want to talk about, man. You and I could just do one. As long as you don't, wherever you were when you just did your last episode, I'm gonna ask for just a little bit better quality than whatever you were doing when you called in. I think you were on your phone and you were like in a busy airport or something, but it was still very, very funny. You're outside the pub, nice. You were just blitzed, super drunk, a bunch of scumbags and leaves, nice. You seem to know the dice cam is not working, which I appreciate. So this is into Onderon, it looks like. You pressed her, take some damage. These should be the final shots of the game here. Tyler just keeps rolling evades. Tim taking a primary shot at DIS T81, who is on one hole. And that's two. Spend the calculate. And that's... Oh, yeah, you get to reroll. My God, it's such bullshit. It's such bullshit. Don't roll any evades. Don't. Oh, no. Poor Tim. Oh. I like the censor sound, whatever the like laugh sound is when you swear. It's good. It's good stuff. Tim edited out the C word. All right, so I think that is it. 20-3, man, just a bloodbath game. Lopsided for Teddy. So captain of the Dumpster Donuts wins his first game of week 2, trying to get his team into the win column to start their early season as they lost week 1. We got one more game. It's Rich's Babu Frick impression. It's so good. It's so good. It definitely doesn't sound like Babu Frick, but it's good. We'll be back. We have another game queued up. I think it's for like closer to 8:30. So might be on an extended quick break here. Might grab some food. We'll be back in a little bit though. I'll keep you all posted. Shouldn't be very long.